How you doing, guys? It's Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. Probably about, looking at the clock there, about 12:15, Friday morning. So, we got a 14-pound bird that we got to cook. So that's a 4-hour bake. So, let me get set up here, and we'll dress this bird, get it in the oven. Be back in a sec. All right. Before we dress the bird, we got to do the stuffing. So we got celery and onions. Salt. Pepper. Poultry seasoning. Come on, open. And a little bit of celery salt. All right, let's get this bird done. Okay, rule number 1, make sure you wash your bird. Yeah, it's packaged and all that, but you still should wash it. Make sure you take out the gizzards, take out the neck, put that to the side. Then if you have any plastic around there keeping it all together, trussed up, make sure you take off the plastic. And I'm going to start to stuff this bird. See, you don't want to leave that inside. That's to carry it, you know. Always. Always dry your bird. The only way you get crispy skin is if the skin is dry. There we go. Now, you get this stuffed. Hello, hello, hello. Get it good and stuffed. There we go. Oh, you didn't stay up there, right? Yeah, fucker. Okay. Okay. Obviously, we have to truss that up because that ain't going to stay while it's in the oven. You could cut. There we go. Really need another hand here. There you go. One end done. There ain't gonna be much in there, but we'll get some in there. Again, we gotta truss. Alright. So let me clean up a little bit and we'll put it in the pan and we'll get it ready to go in the oven. And we're back. Alright, your oven's set at 325. 14-pound bird. 325 for 4 hours because it's stuffed. So let's season the bird now. Just salt and pepper. Poultry seasoning. Poultry seasoning. And of course, celery salt. But I'm not going to put that much. Okay, now let me explain something to you. It's a known fact that when you put a turkey in the oven, right there, I'm up to temperature, so my oven's at 325. When you put a turkey in the oven at 325 and you open the door to baste the turkey, you're dropping the temperature of your oven by 25 degrees every time. So if you think about it, opening the oven and basting the turkey, you're lengthening your cooking time more than you imagine. The oven has to come back up to temperature while the bird's in the oven. Okay, so you get a dry bird. So this is how I prefer to keep a moist turkey, and I never have to open the door once. So I just noticed I'm missing a bit of spice on the bottom here. So we go to bacon. There's a pound of bacon. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're using the entire pound of bacon. Without question. Why? Because we can. Because it tastes good. It's only once a year. Right? So, why not enjoy it? But there's a reasoning behind this. Because as the bird is cooking, I'll put one right there. As the bird is cooking, the bacon is rendering and the pork fat is going into the turkey. So therefore, you don't have to open the oven. Makes total sense, eh? Make sure you try it at home. This is something you can do at home, and I recommend you do it. It makes a hell of a difference, I'm telling you. When it says 4 hours in the oven, that means it's really 4 hours in the oven. See, I kind of double up on the breast all the time, you know. But we want to make it, good, you know. Almost done. So, if you guys have seen me do this before, there we go. So now we're set. I'm going to get bacon juices all over my tripod here. But let's take a look at this bite. So, obviously, we got the neck and the gizzards in there for Dexter. The neck, Dex doesn't get that, but he gets the liver, the kidneys, you know, the gizzards. That's going to go for the gravy. So, that's one stuffed 14-pound bird with a pound of bacon on top to do an automatic basting. So, as said earlier, it's going in that oven for 4 hours. So, we'll see you guys in 4 hours. How you doing, everyone? Good morning. It's 20 to 6. Does that not look good? Look at that, eh? I took that out right at 180 degrees. Oh, bacon vision. Alright, well, hang out with me for a little bit. There's a lot more to come. There's Dexter's breakfast. It's the heart and the kidneys, the gizzards, you know. And that's going in the gravy. That's the neck. So, I'm going to carve that up and hide that bacon. So, have a good morning. There's more to come. See you soon. How you doing? We're back. Alright, this is a pot of bones. This is everything that is not going to be served on the plate. So, just pot turkey bones. It's been in the fridge there for about, I'd say, a good 7 hours. So, I'm just putting some boiling water on it to loosen up the fats a little bit. And we're just using clear water, just clean water. That's look good. Then we put this on here. And let's take Tony the turkey back to his ancestors. Alright. Up on high. Once it starts to boil, drop the heat down, medium high. Crack the lid and just keep boiling and boiling and reducing and reducing. So, anyways, we'll pick this up in a little bit. And we're back. Piece of trivia for you. A full-grown adult turkey has approximately 200 bones. Now, this has been boiling for a long time. To quote G.A.W. from the Canadian band, The Tragically Hip. We gotta slow down for those little bones. That's just about done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain that, put all the liquid contents back in the pot, and we'll continue building the stock. That's right. We're not even at gravy yet. We're still building a stock here. I know. Absolute insanity. All right, we're back. Pot's been rinsed out. What we're looking at here is the Trinity. Celery, carrots, onions. This is what we're left over with after draining all the bones. All right. Turn that up on high. Chicken stock, chicken broth. Not going to be adding any water anymore. If we're adding any liquid, it's going to be chicken broth. Here we go. Bit of pepper. Bit of sea salt. Coarse. Bit of poultry seasoning. I gotta leave this fucking bag open. And of course, a little bit of celery salt. Well, just for flavor. All right, we stir that up. Okay, we're gonna bring that up to a boil. I'm gonna keep boiling it until it reduces down halfway. All right, see you in a bit. And we're back again. All right, we're still building the stock. There's another package of bacon cut into lardons. 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 1 inch, half an inch to 1 inch strips of bacon into a hot pan. All right, at this point, we're just rendering that bacon. It's going to take a long time. You don't want to burn it. You just want to get all that num out of the pork. So I'm just going to speed this part up. All right, we're back. It's all rendered down. You want to get as much out of it as possible. Understand? Now I'm just going to drain that. And the bacon is going into the stock. You see that? Look at that. All right, let's get this out of here. Put this liquid gold aside. We got another purpose for that. You got a hot pan. You see all that on the bottom? Well, we got to take that off. Because them is what you call num-nums. In other words, deglaze the pan. Also easier to clean the pan afterwards, right? You get all that caramelized bacon, pork, all those great tasting stuff. Get it off of the pan. It's easier to wash. Makes everything taste so much better. So you get all of that out. Ooh, excuse me. This goes back on the stove. I just cleaned that burner and relined it, so make sure you wipe your pot there. You don't want to get a dirty burner. Start some smoke, set off the fire alarm. And once again, we're adding chicken stock. Chicken stock is neutral. If you can't find chicken stock, use vegetable stock. All right. Bring that up to a boil. Go at it slow though, because it's thick, eh? You don't want it to burn on the bottom. So, we'll check back with my sheer insanity later. This is the last step. We're just about to turn this into a gravy. Alright, so check back with me later. Alright, let's finish this thing up here. ROUX. R-O-U-X. Excuse me. What is a roux? A roux is a mixture that you make equal parts flour and fat. Okay? Equal parts by weight. Alright, medium heat, clean pot. Now, we got 30 grams of that baking drippings. Get it all out. That's 30 grams of bacon fat. Remember we put this aside? 30 grams of fat. Match that up with 30 grams of all-purpose flour. Remember, don't measure it with a cup. It's got to be by weight, whatever animal fat you're using. What we're doing is we're making a roux. This is very easy to burn. So you got to make sure you keep it over a medium heat and you just work it and be patient. See, once it's all incorporated, you got to keep stirring it. Pay attention to it. But once it's all incorporated, basically you got to cook it at a medium heat and let it change colors. It'll start to bubble. But if you're on a medium heat, there's virtually no chance of you ruining it. If you have your measurement right. Now that's about 4 liters of stock all total. Sorry, yeah, 4 cups of stock all total. So I usually use a half a cup of flour, half a cup of fat. But I'll measure that out with a scale. I don't do that with a measuring cup. You see what it looks like? Just like this. I can't see it. There you go. It's like a goo. Now obviously the more liquid you're making the gravy with, you increase your flour. If I was to put a whole cup of flour in that and put it in there, that gravy wouldn't pour. It would be like lava, thick lava. See, I don't use Bisto in my house. I make a gravy. I make a roux. I remember, I've been doing Thanksgiving turkey bird since about 13, 14 years old. I'm turning 54 this year. So I got lots of experience torturing turkeys and chicken. Give that a little bit of a break. You gotta stay on it though, or it will burn. See, you're cooking the flour. And this is going to make that a thick gravy once you incorporate the two. Oh, a little bit more heat. I want a bit of color. I've played with a roux 15 minutes to get the exact color I want. I tend to take it a bit farther with beef, because you like a nice dark gravy with beef. Oh, we got a big storm blowing in there soon. See, since we're using bacon fat, you'll start to lose the smell of the flour and you'll start to get the smell of the bacon. And when it's time, we're going to add this to it. Get it mixed really well, no lumps. Bring it back up to temperature and then put it in there. Make sure there's no lumps. Bring it back up to temperature, and then we're done. We're starting to go a little bit browner. It's not drastic. And your stock, you want to have your stock at a medium roll. A nice medium rolling boil. You don't want any temperature shocks, you know. Temperature shock equals lumps. You want everything to be basically the same temperature. Oh. Okay, let's get this mixed in here with this. Oh, that's hot. At this point, you got to keep it going quick, because she will burn. Bring that up a bit. Just looking for lumps. No lumps in that gravy. Alright, as soon as this starts to boil, you add it there. Again, be patient. This is not a thin stock anymore. It's got flour in there, so it's very easy for it to burn on the bottom. You don't want to put it over a medium high. No. My stove goes up in numbers, so I'm at about between 5 and 6. Just this slowly starting to come. See, there it goes. Alright, we're basically almost done. Now the big transfer. Again, same process. Bring that up to a boil. Incorporate it well. You got one shot at this. Not really going for a real thick gravy this time. Once you got it up to a boil like that, in a sec, let me adjust this for you guys. Now, once you got that out of boil, you got to keep it there for a couple minutes. Again, cook the flour. Now that half a cup of flour and a half a cup of fat should be enough to thicken that up. You'll be able to tell, because if you lift you shouldn't see anything stuck on the bottom. If you see anything stuck on the bottom, you're cooking it too high. Or you are too high. Well, turn that way. Okay, I'm just going to pull this together and clean up a little bit and I'll get back. Alright, it's almost over. Gravy's done. Just boiling it off a bit. Tastes incredible. The only thing left is the money shot. So, come to the table hungry. And I'll show you what I can put together for a final presentation. We're finally done. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry. So, hey. Bex has had a hard Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This place has been a torture chamber of smells. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving. Take care.